All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a night Saturday night was. The Streetz Might Be Icy. Frost Money is here, folks. And we are going to kind of recap the night. I was there watching. What a great show it was with all the performers. I mean, from the beginning, I think it was PGR, yeah. PGR, they came on the stage and they were great. And I thought every act all the way up to the end was amazing.
Thank you.
And we'll play some of the video here. I took some,
let's get into
behind the scenes, and we'll just kind of cut into that and kind of talk. But what do you think of all the Frost Money shows? Where do you rate this show?
Man, it's tough. Attendance wise, it's number 3 out of all of them. So
really?
That's great. Yeah. But like what the Streets is saying about Streetz Might Be Icy is like talent wise that this is number 1. As far as the bills that I've been on, they just felt like everybody like brought it in their own individual way. That's one of those things. It's kind of like picking like a favorite kid. You know what I'm saying? So like it's tough for me to really decipher because I love them all just, in different ways for different reasons. But this one's pretty special. And I must admit, everybody on the bill was pretty fucking dope.
It was like, I'm going to build it up here, folks. It was like the headliners of headliners. All these people that were on the show, like headlined their own shows.
Yes.
You had I Am Rocky. You had Johnny Wayne.
Yeah.
EJ Carter, Frost Money.
Yeah.
You had just cameos that came on. Strings came on for one of your
I love that guy. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and even in the audience, we had Steve O'Brien. You had a bunch of other people that just came just to see, a lot of all-stars coming to watch it.
Yeah.
How did the day start out with you? I mean, what's your overall thoughts?
Man, this there was just so many moving factors with this show. I don't even know where to start. But as far as like the day of, I could tell you how I woke up and what was my my thought process.
Yeah.
So like when I woke up, I actually I had a dream the night before, and I had a dream that it was snowing in the summer. And I was just like, what the fuck does that mean?
Right. What does that mean?
But obviously, it meant a good thing because the streets was icy. You know what I'm saying? And the show popped off and it was great, whatever. So it was a good thing. I'm running around doing all of my last minute things that I should have did the night before, and just getting it going. And then I get to the venue and it's time to handle things with the artist, sound check and stuff like that. And I could just feel it in the air. After being a promoter for this many years, sometimes I could just feel it like within my first 30 minutes in the building, like, fuck, we're going to be busy tonight. And that's just like what it felt like. And it was just a very busy night for me. And it was just like a lot of stuff to do. But like, I'm happy because the forecast of it, we were a little worried about it, whatever. So to take the story back all the way back to the beginning, when we first announced the show, and the show did great, as I just said. So when I tell you guys this story, I'm just telling you guys my point of view as getting prepared for the show. So we announced the show. The announcement is pretty strong. You know what I'm saying? It's strong on my end. It's even stronger on EJ's end. It's pretty strong, but it's a little shy of like what I would normally want or whatever. I guess just as a promoter, I could be kind of a stiffler for like certain things. I was like, man, this buzz could be up a little higher. These shares could be a little bit higher. And then at this point, me and EJ, like, we're linking up like every other week, whether, to eat or whether to have a drink, to talk about the show and plan things out.
Right.
And he's asking me how things are going. And I was just like, honestly, bro, like, these motherfuckers on this bill are a little bit too cool for my liking. And EJ's like, what do you mean? I was like, bro, I'm in here giving all these damn speeches. I'm trying to motivate them. I'm saying all these things to them. They just really weren't like that active in the group chat because we have a group chat for every show.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, and I'm very big on enthusiasm. So like I'll hit them with this enthusiastic morning message or whatever. And it's just like crickets. And I was just like, what the fuck? These fucking guys.
Right.
So I'm telling EJ, I'm like, yo, some of them are cool. The other half, like, I don't know, bro. I'm still trying to figure them out. Like, I just don't know. Like, it's a real cool group of guys. Like, I was like, these shares just ain't where I want them. They're not enthusiastic. So I'm worried, you know what I'm saying, at this point. But it's just kind of like, maybe they'll turn up later. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't really pay attention to are making plans to go to a show until like a week or two before the show anyway. Everybody has their different thing, but it's just like when I headline, when I'm on the bill, I take an aggressive approach the whole fucking time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the only way that I know how to do it. So if you ain't with that, like, I'm going to look at you like you're crazy or whatever. So like I had those moments with the show. And then Pops, they make an announcement that in order to get into concerts now, and it's effective now.
It's effective now.
It's effective
This was
now.
what I was worried about. Yeah.
Yeah. This came out like on Tuesday, but I knew about it on Friday, so I had all weekend to stress out about it. Whatever. Monday came around, the announcement didn't come, and then an announcement came out on Tuesday that in order to get into concerts at Pops, you got to be vaccinated or you got to test negative like within 72 hours. So with this announcement being on a Tuesday and my show being on a Saturday, I'm like, the fuck, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of freaking out.
Right.
And then the higher ups at Pops, they hit me up and they're like, it doesn't apply to the shows that we have this weekend. This is actually something that's going to start rolling out at this time. But the post, says something kind of different. But that's really just because we're dealing with a domino effect of COVID, Delta, whatever you want to call it, all of this fucking shit up.
Right.
It's just a domino effect, and everybody's just trying to do what they need to do to maintain this shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you gotta put something up real quick and something slips your mind, it's understandable. You know what I'm saying? It's just a domino effect. And in the music scene, in the music community, like, we're just trying to survive and maintain whatever, because like we wouldn't want to do anything to jeopardize anything like in the future. So like it's very tricky and stuff like that. But after talking to them, like, I was green lighted to go on as is because like it was too late. The production was too high. The overhead was too high. And I mean, but we honestly did think about postponing it. Me and EJ talked about postponing it. And if anything, I was probably 75% sure that we were going to postpone it like as of Thursday.
Oh,
I
really?
was pretty sure.
Wow.
And then at the end of one of me and EJ's conversations, and then after talking to the guys in group chat, they were active this day. Once I hit them with that bad news,
right.
The conversations picked up a little bit, and the whole team felt like, yo, this is something that we could still pull it off, and we could still pull it off safely because Pops is such a big building. And that was another annoying thing about it. I was like, we understand these rules and we want to follow these rules, but for us local guys in a venue like Pops, we could do our shows and be safe. There's enough space for all of us to be 6 feet apart if we wanted to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we have the space to do so. So it was just like extra annoying. But after talking to EJ and the guys and getting the green light from Pops, we were just like, yo, we're just going to try it. And it just kind of put us in a weird position of like, how can we get people to come out? Because people are getting confused.
Yeah,
so
I was a little confused.
Yeah, so at this point, my phone's blowing up. I'm taking phone calls like all the time, like explaining like what it is and when does it start and all this stuff for like 2 days straight. Like, people are just hitting me up and I'm just like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell people till you're blue in the face that it's all good, but if there's a post from the venue, whose word are you going to take? The venue or the promoter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it just got really tricky. So I just talked with my team. I talked with everybody. I was like, all we could really do is just go super hard on this promo and hopefully we could, pull it off. And even on Saturday, I sent the message to my street team. Like, it was a deep message. Like, I got emotional about the shit and everything. I was just like, look, like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And if anything, this might be our last chance to even do the show because we just don't know what direction the world is going in.
Yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, it's scary. Yeah.
So, like, I'm a positive person, and I hope that everything works out or whatever. But it's just like, you don't know. I didn't expect to have to sit down for like a year and a half. It kind of gives you like deja vu vibes.
It gives you a little trauma, like post.
Little PTSD,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, damn, let's run out and get this. But in the time of doing all that, there was somebody on the bill that I was kind of worried that was going to drop out the bill. I was worried about that. And then, like I said before, I was telling EJ I was so worried about some of the guys not sharing the flyers as much. So what I did, I was like, I'm going to add somebody to the bill. I normally don't add people to the bill that late, especially if it's like one of my headliners or whatever. And that's when I added Johnny Wayne to the bill.
Yeah.
I added Johnny Wayne to the bill on Wednesday.
right. But I mean, I think he went out before the first break or whatever. Man, did he kill it though? And he brought a lot of people with him.
He was perfect. He was perfect for what I needed. The way me and EJ kind of talk about Johnny Wayne, I was like, imagine like, you know, we're snatching up Tony Kukoc real quick and we're going like to the playoffs. It's just like I knew Johnny Wayne would bring value to the show, and I know he could bring bodies. You know what I'm saying? So Johnny Wayne was definitely someone that I plugged in like last minute on some like, I'm doing everything that I can to get this shit over the hump. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we added him, we ran it up, and you know, I felt it early on in the night, like, okay, this is going to be a good night. And it kept going. It just kept going. And my door guy, he actually didn't have the clicker. So we actually had to add up all the numbers like manually at the end of the night. And it turned out to be 312 bodies.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's number 3 after Frost Night 2021. And after Frost Night 2020, number 3 is EJ Carter and myself. Streetz Might Be Icy. So
wow,
anytime I could get into that top 5, top 3, or over 300 bodies for a local show, I'm a happy man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think there's many people that can do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm extremely happy, man. And the show was great. Everybody was like extremely talented. And EJ Carter is just phenomenal. Like the quality of his music is just great. And he's just a great guy. And even though EJ has like all of these different accolades, like nationally, like he has like all these different accolades and all these different accomplishments, but what he hasn't had in a long time is just a smack dab home run St. Louis show.
Right. I mean, because he goes and does shows elsewhere in St. Louis, but he can't bring like all of his St. Louis people like he did. Like, what was so cool? It almost seemed like it was an Oscar show, and because like you guys would go and did you 2 headliners, and then all of a sudden, oh, here comes Robbo, or here comes somebody, here comes Alley Cat, Miss Alley Cat, And it was awesome like that, yeah. We
brought the teams with us. He brought his team, I brought my team. It was something special, or whatever. And we're so different, or whatever. That's what I also enjoyed about the whole show, is just like the contrast between me and EJ. It's just like we're so different. But, you know, we're alike in a lot of ways. As far as, like, we're both, like, good-hearted dudes. And he's, like, a leader to his crew, and I'm a leader to my crew.
Right.
And, you know, we linked up for a greater cause. And, like, he's honestly, like, a brother to me. And this whole experience together just made me love him even more. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud to have this moment with him. And at the show, he did mention about his father passing away. And, you know, I know... to work on a project with him, or for this to be the first show that he takes after his dad passed away, I just know that like we'll always be tied together or have some form of a bond because of that. Because my grandmother raised me, and I remember everything that happened after my grandma passed away, like just that whole year of things,
right?
Whatever. So I just know that like he'll look back, you know. The boy could win fucking 10 Grammys. You know what I'm saying? Right. But he's going to remember, you know, the time that he ran up Streetz Might Be Icy with Frost or whatever a little bit after, you know, his father passed, and he dedicated the show to his dad. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be a part of that moment.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
It was a solid show. I mean, for 3 hours, it was amazing.
Yeah.
When I first got there, I looked for you guys. Did you have a party bus going on in the back?
We had the party bus there because the main DJ, Mike Evans, he owns a party bus company. So yeah, he was actually doing party bus things before he got there, and he just brought the bus there. But his bus comes in handy because, you know, it's 2 headliners, and EJ kind of has a decent sized entourage. So I was like, bro, I'm gonna let you have the green room. I'm gonna do my thing on Mike's bus. And it's all good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we did have a party bus in the back. / locker room.
What's the emotions that you're going through? Because like all of a sudden the show starts and it's a hit, and you know, like, well, shit, man, you're probably excited, ready to get out there, and you're like, I still got an hour and a half to wait, and kind of have to. Yeah,
the thing about me, or what I definitely noticed on this show, is like being the headliner and the promoter at the same time is extremely busy and tedious or whatever. It's just so many things, because not only do you have to worry about all your own shit. You know what I'm saying? Because my stage show it's pretty elaborate. Like it's a lot of moving pieces. So I got to keep all that shit together, but also take care of 10 other artists at the same time that are sending me different lists for their people at the door, or leaving tickets at the door, or maybe they're out of water in the green room, and just all these random things that I have to take care of as a promoter. But also at the same time as an artist, I need my damn time and space to get myself together too. And I have a team and I delegate like a lot of my tasks, but even with me delegating my tasks to these to my lovely team that I have, I still get overwhelmed or whatever. So for the next show that I'm the promoter and headliner, I don't know, man. I may delegate even more. You know what I'm saying? I may honestly tell everybody, like, look, I just want to show up and rap.
Break it down. What type of team do you have? So you have a guy that does. I mean, you got your DJ Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Who helps you with some of you have your dancers, which we're going to talk about here in a second. But
definitely.
Who helped? Name some of the people.
It's it's a lot of different moving pieces. Like first, there's like the venue staff or whatever. So there's Dustin Hook, and then there's Kelton, the light guy. He does lights now, and there's John, best sound guy in town, or one of the best sound guys in town. So there's those group of people, and security also, pop security. Those are the people that I got to deal with, people I got to talk to, and they make things pretty easy for me or whatever. And we've been knowing each other for years, so I love the pops crew. I love those guys, so they're great. So that's the pop side of it, and then I have my F&P crew. When you come to a usual Frost Money show, it might be me and my assistant Amanda. Shout out to my assistant; she's phenomenal, she's great. But whenever it's a Frost Money headliner, you're going to see my assistant, Amanda, my other assistant, Kirsten, who only comes out now, like, whenever I have a show coming up. And then I got people like Brittany, Bernie, like, helping me out, like, with various different things. And then there's my DJ, J Money, who's not just my DJ. He's also my hype man. He's also featured on, like, 3 or 4 of my songs. And, he's the weed and snack guy a lot.
I was good at the weed guy, yes.
Or whatever. So I have all these people around me helping me with different things. But even with all those people helping me, like headlining and being the promoter at the same time, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I think I handle it well. Like I handle it pretty well. But it's just like, it's almost like I don't even necessarily have time to be nervous about the show because I'm so busy helping everybody else get their shit together. But I do find 20 to 30 minutes to myself. Like when it's about time for me to go on, I do kind of shut everything off and I'll go change into my my costume of the night. And if my brother's in town, I have my brother with me. It's starting to turn into like one of my things. Like my brother would just be in the room like while I'm changing, no homo. And like I'm just talking to him like I'm just talking to him as I'm getting ready and stuff. And he's just checking to see where my head is at and stuff. And I can say for Streetz Might Be Icy, I mean, I guess I always do kind of have a little bit of jitters. But according to my brother and my crew and just the people around me, like I seemed a little bit more nervous than usual, whatever, before this performance specifically. And I think it's just really because I just knew about all of the work that we put in to get to this point. But also what I was telling my brother, and I'm not trying to, toot my own horn, like when I say this, like when you're on your way up and you fall, it's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Because not that many people are really seeing it. Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? There's no expectation of you like on the way up. Now, once you worked your way up to something and there's like a consistent standard that people are used to from you, that's a lot of fucking pressure. Like it's tough to maintain. And just doing local hip hop shows in St. Louis it's more tricky than people give it credit for, whatever. Because we're talking about a team that, I mean, Stan was a douche. Like, let's keep it 100. Stan Crockett was a douche. But we're talking about a town that lost its football team because it wasn't getting enough support. So, of course, it's tough for a local rapper or to put a local show together and expect the general public to be interested in it. But at this point, I done pulled it off 5 times.
Yeah.
But
I mean, who's counting?
Yeah, not that I'm counting. No,
right.
So it's just like if I pull up and I do like a 98 or a 57, like it's gonna sting and people are gonna know about it and people are gonna talk about it. And there are certain people who don't like me that are gonna laugh about it.
Right.
Or whatever. And my pride just can't let that happen.
We got the clip here. I Am Rocky. He did fantastic.
Yo, shout out to Rocky. Yeah,
he brought his crew too, Q Baby and all those guys. Those guys are great guys and
real dope.
Yeah,
extremely
and
dope.
They did a great job. Yeah, I noticed that too. Is because when I do the comedy show, if I'm nervous, it's almost like a waterfall and it trickles down. So it's whatever persona or whatever kind of thing I'm giving off, it's going to kind of go down to your crew.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. How do you when you come? We're gonna fast forward to your show here in a second, but like, how do you plan this show out here? Let's go. I'm gonna kind of go to it because I have tons of questions about your show because when you came out, I tried to get most of it. Oops, there we go. Oh, shoot, we're good. Oh.
Yeah, Rocky had a good set.
Yeah, he did. Turn up a little bit for the audience. That's a good song of his too, right?
Oh
there.
yeah, that's his hit right there. I think that's a St. Louis classic.
There you go. So you come out and when it's all dark out, you got the hula hoop girls.
Yeah.
Now the stripper pole, where did that? Who made that, or how did that come about?
The stripper pole, that was actually our first time using the stripper pole, and it's kind of one of those ideas we've been kicked around for like the last couple of years because Jackie and Hannah, that's their names. They've been with me for about 2 or 3 years now, so we always talk about getting a pole. But like we could just never like pull it off. It's just like, well, it needs to be attached to the ceiling or whatever. But we have this new production manager at Pops. His name is Brian, and he's like, "Yo, so what do you want for your show?" I was like, "Can you get a brother a stripper pole?" And he was like, "He's like, yeah, I can actually." I was like, "Yeah, just tell me how much you need for it, whatever." And then like he made that happen for me, and my girls have experience with poles.
right, gotcha.
They did great, like for real. They look amazing too. Like, I'm really proud of the girls.
I found it neat because it was almost choreographed too because they were doing some of the same dances to some same songs, which is cool. They weren't just up there just dancing to their own free will. They actually had some kind of thing going on.
Yeah, we've been at this for years now, and we're just really learning each other and just learning how each other moves and stuff like that. And we actually practiced for this show. Like, this is the most practicing that we did together. Because I practice, but I'm kind of a practice by myself kind of guy, just to make sure that my cardio is like where it needs to be. But I was like, you know what? The rest of the team would feel so much better if I let them practice with me. Whatever, because I'm so fucking sporadic and I'm all over the place. So it's just like, just come practice with me. And it definitely gave Hannah like more confidence to do all the things that she did that night. Whatever. It was very fun.
we do have a special appearance from one of the performers on your show.
Oh hell yeah!
One of the shows.
I was wondering where this bitch went. How you doing?
So you can
I'm gonna set her by me.
Yeah.
She was a big part of the show too.
Right. I thought that was funny because you were tossing her out in the audience, and then people would throw it back and then get tossed out again. It was funny.
Oh, you guys got a little outfit.
We put a little outfit on to keep it a little PG-13 going on. So
it's Victory Frost money right here.
Right. But you also had the booby balloons, I guess you can call it.
Yeah. Those are fun.
What makes you think of these props? Like like just because of the reaction you get, the kind of shock value kind of deal?
Yeah, for sure. It initially came, I'd say the first time I started using blow up dowels on stage.
That sounds so weird.
Put her away. I'm getting
Yeah.
All right. So when I opened for Chris Calico, I did it. And it's just like when you go to the sex store, like, over and over again, like buying these different things, you just see different things. And one of the things that I noticed was like titty balloons. And I started using them, and the titty balloons was just kind of like one of those things that I noticed like a lot of people talked about. So I was like, we're going to keep that in the show. or whatever. And that's how we came up with the titty balloons. It's just something to keep the crowd interactive and just moving and doing stuff. You know, it's a good way to kind of keep them on your level. One time, we actually had balloons that had pictures of like dicks on them. That was that was pretty funny. So like the fans would be like popping around, and maybe one would just actually look at it and be like, "Oh, it's a fucking dick."
Right.
So yeah, all these different things and stuff.
Yeah, what's so great about your show is the lighting. The light show was great. You had the visuals in the background going on, because some people just had the graphic, which was fine, but like you had like all this
I got movie clips and
movie
shit.
clips and all kinds of stuff that goes with your show, and I just
If people want to know, like in my mind, like look at the screen while I'm performing, because that's all the shit that I pick out. Whatever. It's like, this song makes me feel like this, and this song makes me feel like that.
Right.
Like for this song, it's like a fucking clip from the movie like Dead Presidents. Or whatever, and it's like a pretty like iconic like robbery heist scene gone wrong or whatever, like for real. And I put the blow up down the sharpshooter.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was a fun night. It was a fun performance.
One of the things that gave me chills when you guys started playing the rock star, and I saw Steve. I'm going to ask about it. I'm not trying to put anybody on blast or anything like that, but cool. Steve was there, and strings came up, but you didn't play the whole song. I guess you didn't know he was going to be there. Is that what happened?
Yeah, we never planned for Steve to be there. We didn't know Steve was going to be there.
Okay.
It's kind of one of those things where like Steve's been, Steve has recently got married.
Right.
And, he's been vacationing, and, he got a good old union job and shit like that. So it was kind of one of those things for me, is just like, well, I don't even think he's interested in coming out. Or if he is interested, maybe he's too busy to come out. So like I didn't bother to hit him up. You know what I'm saying? And, and he didn't say anything to me about the show. Like we promoted it for like 6 weeks. Like he didn't say anything to me. So I was like, I guess he's not coming. Whatever. And then I'll be damned, because I didn't notice that he was there till I was performing Rockstar. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't see him until then. I was like, all right.
Yeah, he was kind of quiet.
Kept it pushing or whatever. But Steve did hit me up like, no, I hit him up actually. I was like, hey man, it was nice to see your face. Or whatever. He's like, he saw it. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, I saw you. Like he was like, I almost ran up on stage with y'all. I was like, man, shit, you should have went for it, bro. I didn't know you was in town. I didn't know you could make it or whatever. So, but I was also pressed for time. So it's kind of like one of those things. It's just like, it seems like Steve's not really into it. I'm only the co-headliner. I'm the B-side headliner. So I was just like, I got to keep my time under 30, which was like extremely hard. And I still failed at it, but like I tried. So yeah. Shout out to Steve O'Brien though. He plans on coming back to the stage real soon. From the conversation that I had with him, I want to say, not that he was necessarily inspired by me, but him and EJ Carter are like real close friends or whatever. So I think he was inspired by EJ to like come back to the stage.
Yeah, he was talking to somebody in there. He has a lot of new music he's worked on, and so he has some stuff that
he wants to come back out the house or whatever. I think he's going through this process of trying to make the people miss him or whatever. So I'm just like, whenever you're ready to come back, I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is a fun night.
Yeah. So when the other people were performing, are you guys on the side over there behind the hula hoop right there? Are you?
Well, me, I'm everywhere.
Right.
Everybody else, a lot of cool guys, they may hang out back there, but like I'm back there. I'm in the office. I'm outside. Like I'm just kind of all over the place. There's a decent amount of people backstage at this show. I would rather them be in the crowd, but it's kind of typical. So yeah, I sweated my ass off in that coat.
I was wondering,
I was hot as fuck in that coat, man. I really sweated a lot, but it looked nice though.
It did look sharp, yeah.
You got to do it for the look,
right?
Or whatever.
Watching this stuff back right now, is this some of it blurred? You kind of remember some of this stuff?
Because here's the thing, bro. I'm actually glad that you got this, and I'm glad that you're playing it, because it is my first time seeing a lot of it, like from this angle and this perspective. Maybe a few people sent me some cell phone clips, but this is like pretty much like well put together.
Oh,
and I have a habit of like when I go out there, I just kind of do my thing, and when I realize how I feel and how the show actually went. Sometimes it's two different things. There's been times where I felt like I fucking killed it, And then I see some footage, and I was just like, nah, I didn't kill it. And there's been times where I thought I didn't kill it, and then I see some footage, and I was like, oh, fuck, shit was actually snapping. So this is actually kind of one of the moments for me. I'm watching this, and I was like, oh, this is actually a lot better than I remembered.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I'm like, man, I'm hot in this damn jacket.
Yeah. Well, when I go to the show, I try to do from a storyteller's point of view, so I try to get different angles and different shots and get the shots of the audience. So
good job.
You can get clips and stuff, and And then I know Joe, he was up there closer getting some good angles.
Yeah,
and so,
I saw a lot of his stuff.
Our thing is after that show, we said in the car right home, we're like, man, there's so many people that are getting footage, and there's so many great photographers there. I'm like, we got to get our stuff out as soon as possible, so people see the stuff we put out first or whatever. So I made sure to live stream the next day, the footage I had. So
yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah. So. So after the show, you guys went to the Oz. What type of, how did EJ feel about his performance, and how did everybody else kind of feel about their performance?
We felt like we won a fucking championship game.
Yeah.
Because all of the stress that we were dealing with all week, because we were all stressed out about, the situations or whatever.
Right.
So to actually pull it off underneath those conditions, like it was a whole lot of smiling and pointing at each other and high-fiving and stuff like that. Like the after party was a vibe. We had our bottles. They played our music. You know what I'm saying? And
that's cool.
Yeah, they shot us out on the microphone like a bunch of times. And if anyone that goes to the Oz, it's like the thing about Pops and Oz is just like all these other places, they close at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. So everybody eventually ends up at the Oz or Pops.
Right.
So if you there in the Oz and you got the host saying your name several times throughout the night and playing your music, and you got your bottles and you got your friends with you, and it's after a successful show, it's one of the best feelings in the world.
I cut to hear you walking through the audience.
Yeah. A few of those guys were more hyped than I expected. I was like, man, bro. Oh, awesome. I'm glad that you, because I haven't seen footage of this. This is a new song. It's on Timothy's project. Timothy's my drummer. You can't really see him that well because he's behind that TV.
Yeah, he was behind the TV to the right there. Yeah. He's actually playing it live.
Yeah, so he made the beat for it, and he has a project coming out, like kind of like a DJ Khaled type project, and he has a song with me, Retro Champ, and Zeus Rebel. And anyone that knows all three of our names is just like, wow, like that's a hell of a collab. But here's the thing. I wasn't going to perform this song, but I saw Zeus perform it the night before. And once I saw Zeus perform it, I was like, fuck that. I'm performing. And I told Jay Money at Soundcheck at 5 o'clock, I'm like, yo, I'm performing this. Like, find a way to put it in there. Whatever.
Is that where you finalized at the sound check to finalize the final list of, I guess?
No, I was supposed to finalize it like weeks ago or whatever. And I did have it finalized like about a week ago, but I just randomly added this on the day of just because I can. And Zeus inspired me to do it. Shout out to Zeus Rebel Waters. And it's always good to rock the stage with my brother Retro Champ.
Yeah,
like,
he's great.
He's a special guy.
Yeah, he's looking good. He lost some weight. He was showing on Facebook.
He did.
He
definitely did.
Yeah.
They say he could lose even more weight if I let him have this jacket. That shit, man, that shit had me hot, bro.
Right. Oh, I bet you guys were starving after just performing on stage like that. Yeah,
every fucking time, man.
Yeah.
All that fucking performing and weed smoking and shit.
Yeah.
Which I actually do have a funny weed story.
Yeah, let's hear it.
About the show. All right, so things are starting to settle down like a little bit. And I'm like, man, I just need some weed to just kind of chill out a little bit. So, I'm, going to my friends, seeing who has what going on and shit. Ain't no one really passed me no weed. People ain't really paying attention and shit. I was like, man, I didn't bring my own. I was like, man, like, what the fuck? So I wander on to the party bus, where my squad is at. And one of the hula hoopers, she's like, go ahead, hit this. I was like, awesome. Oh, whatever. So I hit it. I was like, cool, thank you. And she's like, yeah, that was a dab. I was like, God damn it, Jackie. Because I don't do dabs a lot. I don't. You know what I'm saying? And the last time I did dabs, like, it completely, like, tripped me out. I was like, I can't be fucking doing dabs before I go on stage.
Before a big yeah, because I was wondering what's the regimen or whatever for, like, I'm sure there's a certain type of weed that you like to smoke before a show.
Yeah, it's like we just smoke in moderation, just enough to take the edge off, maybe a shot of Patron, and that's it. And that could get me in my zone. But, like, a fucking dab or whatever. And then I did join the weed circle eventually. I found some friends that were smoking weed, so I was a little higher than I normally would be. But honestly, I was acting a damn fool like that on stage before I was a pothead. So I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah. Well, with that jacket, you probably sweat all that out anyway.
Yeah.
I figure there's a certain type of what you said, Patron, and then just a little bit right before you go on.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting because you want to be turned up, but you also want to be chilled out or whatever. So it's an interesting balance.
Are most of the performers that you've performed with on other shows, have they always kind of kept that too? Like, have you ever had issues with people getting too fucking wasted before they go on?
Yeah. There's definitely been a handful of guys who just can't handle their liquor and shit like that. And liquor just kind of does different things to different people. I definitely seen a liquor make people like hella upset and hella angry or some shit or whatever. There was this one guy, he was like supposed to perform in the middle, and like he was performing in the middle, but it didn't feel like the middle to him because he was drunk. And he was just like, this ain't the middle. People are leaving. He was like hella mad about it, hitting the wall. I'm like, bro, calm the fuck down. But he called me the next morning. He's like, yo, bro, I apologize. I was drunk. I was like, man, that's cool, man. Just be careful next time, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is fun.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah. And this was an interesting performance for me because you see this fucking Michael Jackson picture in the back? That's Michael Jackson with two midgets on his lap.
Oh, yeah.
This is inside of my mind. Everything that's on the screen is like what's inside of my mind. So the interesting about this performance, it actually looks pretty fucking good on video. But for me, in my mind, halfway through it in this hot jacket, I'm looking at the crowd because most of my headliners at Pops, like it's predominantly like my crowd or whatever. But my boy EJ was up in there deep, as he should be. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I saw his fans, and his fans were rocking with me or whatever, but it was just a feeling that I haven't felt like in years. And in my mind, it was just like, you are the B-side headliner. Please wrap up your set. Right. And then I did like 8 booty shaking songs, like back to back. Like I OD'd on booty shaking songs, and I was just like, yeah, I could have cut down 1 or 2 of those songs. But I was like, also at the same time, that's what makes Frost money. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's so on brand. Right. Oh, this is fun because this is when Hannah got on the pole.
Yeah. And this is a new song that's out?
Yeah, it's a new song. Me and J Money just recorded it probably like a month ago. Low key, the song's not even necessarily finished, but like we really like it, so we performed it, and we kind of think it might be the next Turbo Tots or the next Bust It or whatever. It's just about, you know, thick ass moms and shit.
So that's gonna be a fun music video then.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was super fun.
Yeah. Is there what you're saying with the EJ car though? So you're saying his people were like in the back, but is it a lot of difference with like your guys' fan base? You think with
our fan bases are for one, we do share a lot of fans. Like there's a lot of fans that we do share, but like his core fans and my core fans are a little different. My fans are a little bit more random. My fans are a little bit more random, a little bit more just random as fuck. It could be like a 40-year-old soccer mom. It could be some fucking 15-year-old kid and stuff like that. And EJ has those type of fans too. But for this show specifically, like, yeah, his crowd was like a little bit more there's a little bit more on the hood side. Right. You know what I'm saying? So there's random ass Frost Money, and then there's, you know, then there's EJ, and it just, you know, it made for a good show. But like I felt it as a performer. I'm like, oh, this isn't the usual Frost Money crowd, and I was just like, man, this is what
It did, like, I was out in the audience, and it did have a nice mixture of people, which was great.
Yeah, for sure.
It seemed like everybody was just loving on everyone, just kind of like liking the whole vibe of the whole entire show.
Yeah, you notice that type of contrast on stage. Like when I was up there, I was like, oh, okay, like this is different than a Frost Night situation. Still a great situation, just different or whatever. So I was just like, we just got to roll with it how we got to roll with it and stuff, and just go out here and have fun. One thing I was upset about, I had the wrong sunglasses on.
You get the wrong sunglasses?
Yeah, I bought like these cool ass gold sunglasses from the thrift store like the day of, and I was showing them off to my brother and everything.
And you left them home?
And I completely forgot to put them on. They were there with me at the venue.
Oh,
it's just like whenever I changed, I don't know, like I kind of like blanked out. Right. I didn't notice it until like I was off stage. I was like, bro, I had these on the whole time. He's like, yeah. I was like, man, fuck. But I was on the EJ set too, though, so I got to come out on EJ set wearing the correct sunglasses that I just got from the thrift store.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
We'll fast forward to it.
Yeah. But like it was definitely like it was just different compared to like a lot of my my headliners, but like it was still like a win. And I was talking to my brother Jay Black about it the next day. I was like, hey, how do you feel about the show? And da-da-da-da. And it was just like one of those things where like, yo, EJ was just like definitely the headliner. And that's kind of like what the show was all about. It's just like putting EJ in position to get his flowers and really shine like he was supposed to, whatever. So in that regard, it's just kind of like I did the best Scottie Pippen impression that I could do.
Yeah. I was really impressed with both of your headliner shows because I liked how EJ brought different people at a different time, and then he had a nice build to his set. Like also more and more people came, and then when he did Propane, which is like the crowd favorite, he brought everybody back on the stage, and then everybody was doing it, and it was just the way that kind of really in that show. It was amazing. Yeah,
the quality was there. I think the thing about EJ's stage show is like he just shows off his quality like the whole time. It's like my quality's on point. I'm in tune with my music because I made the beat. I mastered all of this shit. He's extremely in tune with everything that he has going on. Like he doesn't miss a breath, a step, or anything. Like he's pretty official.
Right, like you can tell that he has wisdom because he's traveling and been doing all that
he's
stuff.
Polished. He's polished.
Yeah.
That's what I definitely noticed in my run with EJ promoting this show and doing this show together, just how polished he is from being in those real situations with Lil Flip and stuff like that. Even when we did our interview here, the way he was talking and the way he handled himself in the interview was just like, he's done this shit a million times. Right. I wouldn't be surprised if he had some media trainer. Like he's just that polished. Like he's a legit star. Here's Frost Money with the correct sunglasses on.
Right. So I loved how he brought you back right before Propane, and this was a good song.
Yeah, that was all his idea too. He was like, because this is the only song that we got together, so he's like, let's do our song together, and then I'm gonna do Propane afterwards. Like I was extremely flattered to do that with him.
Yeah, it was a good crowd there.
Yeah,
real good. Yeah.
Turned it up.
I'm just a nigga from 5800. We do what we want because we waiting for more this west side.
Now you guys have this recorded, but there's not a video for this yet.
No,
right?
We did not do a video for this, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We were going to do a video to it, but he went on tour with Lil Flip, and then I lost track of him for like a year.
Right. Now, I know a lot of people, they rap on top of their lyrics, but you still got to say the right words to the right thing. Is it being a year since you guys did that song? Did you have to go back through all these playlists and kind of like play it out in your head that way you know all the words? Or
for me, no, because it's still something that I perform even without him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like whether he's there or not, I'm still gonna perform "Fuck It Up." It's one of my bigger songs, and for him, I just think he has that shit on lock.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was thinking more for the other guy.
yeah. I think for EJ, he just has his shit on lock. Even like when he recorded the verse, he recorded the verse like very fast and very like easy. It's kind of like I had like a 30-minute session like at Suburban Pro. He comes, lays his verse down like within like 5 minutes, sits down, talks to me for like 10 minutes about life, and then he leaves. And that's the song.
Wow.
Yeah, he's locked in on a different level. He's musically inclined, like for sure.
Yeah, one thing I love about you guys is like what you say, like right here, just the messages that you guys give in between to the audience.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
just kind of talk about that, like some of the things you say to the audience here.
Yeah, it's important to provide narrative to the show and what you got going on or whatever. So sometimes we plan what we're gonna say, and sometimes it's just in the moment.
Right. This is where everybody's like,
Yeah, this was like the climax of the night.
Right.
Shit went crazy.
I was on adrenaline after that because my hand was jello filming this show, and then when this song came on, I was like, I gotta film this one.
Gotta finish out strong,
Right.
goddammit. Yeah, that's hard. Hey, the titty balloons are still floating around. I didn't know
They
that.
still made it. They get popped yet. You figured those things have been popped already. Yeah, that was just amazing, and I mean,
Yeah, that was a moment.
that was a moment right there. Yeah, I think the whole show was there's a lot of great moments in that show. I think I would say almost every performer had their great moment. I think when they came out. I mean, what's some of the highlights of the other performers that you thought were great that night?
Shit, like nobody really dropped the ball. Like for real. Like I was busy running around or whatever a lot of the night, so it's kind of hard for me to. But like the certain things that really popped out to me was like the Splash Brothers. They were in there heavy. Like
Yeah,
the
they were
Splash-
good.
They brought like a lot of people. Rocky Maverick actually had somebody playing like an NPC like while he was performing. I thought that was pretty neat because no one's ever done that shit before. I've only seen Kanye West do that at the VMAs, so I thought that was pretty dope. There's Rocky Maverick, then there's Rocky. What Rocky brought was pretty dope too. PGR like completely killed it, kicking off the show. They were all great in their own way. My little brother Del Broadway, he was snapping. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, he was
everybody.
good. He was good.
I think the thing that stands out to me about everybody on the bill is just like nobody dropped the ball. Like nobody was the shitty act of the night. Nobody was like, nah, like everybody brought their own flavor. And they really raised the bar. Whatever. That talent wise, that bill was like deep. Or whatever, like for real. Like they surprised me. And a lot of these guys that I'm familiar with, even the guys that were on this bill that I'm familiar with, they upped their game for this show. They didn't come to me like with the usual show that they do at other people's shows. Motherfuckers leveled up their shit for the show.
Right.
Like I was surprised. I was like, oh, y'all done learn some new moves or whatever. And that makes me feel better because like I was telling you at the beginning of the interview, was like I was so stressed out, like, why aren't y'all sharing? Why aren't y'all
Right.
But they were dialed in the whole time. They just had a different approach or whatever. Me and EJ used to kind of joke about it. It's kind of like, imagine like this is a basketball team and you're going to orientation. And at orientation, they make you wear like a suit and tie. And I'm the one guy at orientation that takes off his shirt. And I'm sweating like, y'all niggas got to be ready to play. Y'all ready to play or no? So maybe I was just being too extreme just too soon because I'll be damned the show worked out.
Right. But there has to be that guy, though, right? There has to be the kind of like to lay the law down type of guy.
Someone has to give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
That's awesome. Yeah, I thought Yeah, it was great. And then Mookie Tolliver, he did that. When he did, was that on your set that he did?
That was my set. He did an acapella.
Acapella, baby.
He didn't know that I was gonna have him do that shit.
Yeah, and that was a moment right there. I thought was great too. Yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah.
It's good to have Mookie on the squad because at that point I felt like my after like 8 booty shaking songs, I was like I need to change this shit up somehow. And just on the spot, I was like, "Go ahead, man, do an acapella."
Yeah,
and I got him going.
It did. Yeah.
You gotta utilize people, man. I just felt like I was a cool ass point guard for the show, and that's
it was a great show, man. Yeah. Totally be proud of that. That was it was for my first Frost Money show. That was the way to do it. So that was awesome. We had a great time, and I mean we were talking about it all the way home, and the next day that's how good it was. And
yo, thank you guys for coming out. Yeah, like I really appreciate it. It was good to see you guys. It's good to see. Media, like quality media,
right?
Because this is something juicy that we could get into. Okay. One of the things that me and EJ talk about privately while getting ready for the show, even though EJ has like a bunch of really great accolades, and even though I have like a lot of good accolades, we felt as if we didn't get the proper coverage that we deserve in the media. Mm-hmm. Meaning like there's other artists that, people write things about and stuff like that. But we're not talking about EJ Carter doing an album with Lil Flip or having a song with Snoop Dogg or, being on tour or anything like that. Or people aren't talking about how I'm able to bring good numbers out every time that I headline a concert. You know what I'm saying? Like we just kind of felt like that shit doesn't really get covered enough. So whenever we see guys like, Artists United and the crowd is just like, fucking thank you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because we do feel slept on in certain regards. And there's just kind of certain chips you got to keep on your shoulder to stay motivated. And that's kind of one of the common chips that me and EJ had is just like, bro, I'm fucking tired of people playing with us. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's just like, let's do it big or whatever.
It definitely got me very excited because what I'm trying to do is build a news media for local artists. So we're going to talk about anything going on in St. Louis, anything people are doing productive. We're going to highlight that. So it's like a news channel, like you watch Fox or CNN or something. But it's about just news for entertainment. And it was cool because like 5 people came up to me and I had no idea who they were, and they said, "Wow, I've been listening to your podcast. You've been doing a great job." And so it felt like it kind of made me nervous. I'm like, oh, fuck, people are actually listening to this podcast here in my basement. Right. I was like, oh man. But on the other hand, I felt like, oh, wow, I'm really doing something good for these artists because people get to come and really talk. It's not like come in and say a couple of things or whatever. They can talk about whatever they want to talk about.
Get some shit off their chest.
Like one guy was saying like how the music producer podcast was very informative to him and how informative the podcast has been. So I just feel very blessed. So thank you guys for watching and listening out there. And so we're gonna keep at it. We're gonna keep getting people like you and more people in here and just talk about St. Louis art and St. Louis music. On
behalf of the music community, we appreciate you guys. Yeah. Like we sincerely do. Like definitely, especially me and EJ. Like we had conversations about it. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. So
for sure.
Yeah, man, what a great show. Anything else we want to share with the audience? Any other stories come to mind of the night?
Man, I think I gave you guys all the stories and then some. Hopefully I don't get any text messages after this. But yo, thank y'all for coming out to Streetz Might Be Icy. Yo, thank you to EJ Carter. It was a pleasure to share this moment and share this situation with you. It's something that I'll never forget. And as far as me, myself, Frost Money, I don't plan on hitting the St. Louis stage again until Frost Night next year.
Okay.
It's going to take something very special to make me come out the house before that. And usually sometimes that happens. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe we'll sneak one more in. But I'm also going into like album mode or whatever. I'm going into album mode and I'm also going into music video mode. So one of my main goals now is to be just as entertaining as I am on the stage. I want to be just as entertaining off the stage or whatever. So, and that's going to be a matter of me putting out certain photo shoots and music videos and stuff like that. So I really plan on attacking the internet like a lot harder. So if you like my personality, like get used to seeing more of the shit because we got to turn it up. We got another big one coming up in 6 months.
Good. Well, I think something's going to happen big here in St. Louis with the music scene, and I'm just excited to kind of be able to witness it all. So
it's a lot of dope talent.
Yeah. So cool, man. Well, thank you for coming out tonight, and
sure.
give me your time and everything, and definitely check out the Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs every day. It's 7 p.m. usually on YouTube, and then please like the Artists United Network. Check out our sponsor, 420brandclothing.com. Use that pod 420 and get 15% off your purchase. And thank you for tuning in tonight.